Hey groupies, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. Today we are checking out Thunder by VERIVERY. Caught my attention a lot with, I feel like, Tag. And then Layback was good, but I have really gotten into VERIVERY ever since watching Road to Kingdom. VERIVERY is really talented. I especially like the visuals of one member. They're under Jellyfish, which is the same entertainment label as VIX, and I enjoyed watching their growth on Road to Kingdom. I think Road to Kingdom was a really good show that really made me appreciate the groups that I've only been checking out their title tracks and have never really invested in them, and it really takes a show like that to make me invest in them. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with VERIVERY. Again, it looks like they're looking at the main screenshot right here. They're working with Digipedi once again. Digipedi is a premier video producing team. Now, before we get into this video is brought to you by our Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access to video like this. But as I pointed out, we watched Road to Kingdom. Those reactions are on our Patreon. If you guys want to check those out, you can go to patreon.com/formatherapy. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access to videos like this and more. If you guys enjoy watching live stage reactions, variety show reactions, reality show, or dramas, that is on our Patreon. But please remember that supporting us monetarily helps us out, but it's not it's not a requirement. If you don't want to or you can't, we understand. Let's just watch this video. This is Thunder by VERIVERY, and this is your form of therapy. All right, so we're starting out creepy again. Oh, that seems to be a very popular structure in K-pop right now. The whole whispering part. What the heck is going on? What was that? What is going on with the structure of this song? Ooh. Oh my god. That's the kid I like. Whoa, that edit was so nice. Oh, what the God, the way they... I have a problem with the way they end their songs. They so very clearly leave you on such cliffhangers. it just makes me want more. Okay, so this is probably the problem I've been having with VERIVERY over the past few comebacks that I've been trying to understand about them. And I think what it is VERIVERY is not a conventional K-pop group. And expecting a conventional K-pop song or a structure in their music is not the right expectation to have. And so I went into this with a very different expectation than I did with Tag and Layback, because those two songs are also not very, I feel like, conventional K-pop structures, and this song definitely isn't either. And I think it has a lot to do with their work with Digipity as well. I don't necessarily think it's intentional. Like, I don't think it's because they're working with Digipity it's like this. I think they sought out someone that could do what they want to do, which is VFX video Plastic Beach. Oh, I've actually seen that name before. See, what VERIVERY does is, like, they have a very strong focus on the cinematic elements of their title tracks. I don't necessarily know if that's a good idea, mainly because I feel like Korea, or K-pop in large part, and K-pop fans have quickly ditched the cinematic, especially very movie-like music videos. And this is a very movie-like music video. I feel like there was a height of cinematic music videos, like really narrative music videos back in the day, early to mid 2000s, and then I think BTS made a very, very big push for that, and then it just kind of stopped. You know, I think once K-pop really started picking up international steam, it went way more harder on the glamour shots, the choreo, and stuff like that. But I feel like VERIVERY is sticking sort of to their guns, and I think that's sort of kind of Jellyfish's thing. They did that with VIX as well. But I feel like VERIVERY is perhaps a little bit more even cinematic than VIX, I would say. And so their song structures sound like a mix of, like, it's a soundtrack for the music video, but also it's not completely the structure of what you would expect for a soundtrack. It also sounds like a pop song, but at the same time, it doesn't. It plays with the structures. They kind of elongate those vocals. I like the I feel like that's sort of perhaps a very Jellyfish thing, because that's something I've heard in VIX's stuff as well. I think Thunder is... I personally like Thunder a lot. And I think that comes from being able to appreciate Tag and Layback. Tag and Layback... they have such viscerally, well, at least Tag anyways, and Layback itself, I guess. The videos were so engaging that, like, I don't really kind of pay attention to the song, or, like, you kind of tune it out. Again, it serves more as a soundtrack for the video rather than a song itself. But I feel like afterwards, I found a different appreciation for Tag when you don't listen to it, when you listen to it without the music video. I really like Tag, and I love Layback. And, like, it kind of makes me feel like, and this is the problem with doing reactions, like, my first reaction is never, like, my true feelings on a song, because it's only a first impression. And I like it, sure, but I love Layback now, and I wish I could just record my entire process of falling in love with a song. But Thunder off the bat, now that I kind of understand and know VERIVERY style, I'm a little less taken aback by the video. And also, this is not as creepy of a video as their previous music videos. So I feel like there's a bigger emphasis on the song. I do want to watch the video again, because I think the video is actually really, really well made. And there are some parts that I really like that I just wanted to point out again. So let's check it out. The percussion in this song is so good. They've got a little bit of, like, a mix of, like, I feel like trap elements and also your typical K-pop elements. That part right there, like I said, I think that's becoming a very popular structure. You're seeing a lot in K-pop boy group music. The kind of cut. I think TXT has done it. I think Golden Child has done it. Like a handful of groups are starting to use that a lot more now. These shots are really interesting. These shots of these close-up shots, like they're never like fully sharp in focus. It looks like they have an LED screen background for the Cloud and Thunder, and the lighting is really nice too. But going for like an extreme close-up like that, that's a very interesting choice. Like it's kind of like very in your face and versatile, and it's kind of like a little bit like disorienting. And just like that zoom in. Obviously this has to be two shots stitched together. So they have, it looks like probably a really, really long zoom. And then they probably keyed out this window. And then this is like it's like a green screen. They put a green screen on the window, and then they have the camera going up to the window, and then they stitch it together with this shot. See, what makes this interesting is like, again, their vocals that na 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 na, like they like stretch out these vocals, and they have such like big portions that are so vocal centric, and then they cut it out. Like it's like this big rising highs, and then they just cut it down, and then they go low. And what is this section? Like this whole section into the second verse, but like it has its own bridge. Like I said, this doesn't follow conventional, I feel like, K-pop mainstream title track structures, but I really like it. It sounds very grand, epic. And then we get to the warehouse portion. You know, I haven't talked about it in a while because I haven't seen it in a while, but one of the cheapest methods in K-pop is to shoot in a warehouse. Usually there's no set dressing, there's no interesting lighting, and that's the same here. But what makes it work here, and what largely it doesn't do, and this is, I think this speaks to Digipetty's style, is it's not the entire music video. First of all, you know a video is cheap when they shoot in a warehouse and it's like 80% of the video's footage. Even 50% of the video's footage is too much. But they use it very sparingly. And the song itself has a very dark tone. And the song itself has these boys searching for them. And this empty warehouse look kind of fits thematically with the song. That's the problem with a lot of K-pop music videos, is when they use the warehouse set. There's nothing technically wrong with using a warehouse set, but it's largely inappropriate for the style of song, and it's usually because it's a cheaper rental. See, and then they stitch it together with these shots. These shots right here, which are so disorienting and hard to see, but these are well lit. And then they have like strobing effects to stitch the transitions together. So it feels a lot more visceral, a lot more high quality than most warehouse shots. I feel like a lot of this music video, even like the close-up stuff against the LED screen, like a lot of this stuff is like done in a way where it's very cost efficient but looks really, really good. God, this music video is so gorgeous. Yeah, see, so they wind up at the warehouse. It's a part of the story. Also, I want to speak on this scene. This is a very small set, and something I talk about in some music video reactions is when groups film in small rooms and how claustrophobic that feels. It's usually because they film with, first of all, a wider lens, which really shows you how big the room is, which it's not that big. What they're doing here is they're not shooting with a wider lens. They're shooting with the mid-range lens, which makes it look, which gives it a lot more depth. And then they have a lot of different elements that give the scene a lot more depth. They have the different light lamps. I mean, that's part of the set design. They have different lighting sources in the back. That's not main key lighting, but it's like background dressing that gives the video a lot more depth. So I feel like this set is also kind of like, in just like a very subtle way, a really, really good set. See, I want that to go one more time, but it doesn't. Damn. So good. So good. Very, very... All the groups coming out of Road to Kingdom that's releasing these comebacks, incredible. I would say Thunder by Very, Very right now, so far, is about an 8 out of 10 for me. I think if we listen to it a lot more and I compare it to something like Layback, we'll see if that's a higher bump up. But for now, I like it a lot. Let me know what you guys thought about Thunder by Very, Very. Once again, if you guys would like to check out Road to Kingdom or any special reactions, head on over to our Patreon. For as little as $2 a month, you get early access, but for just a little bit more, for our summer tier patrons and up, you get variety show, live stage, reality show reactions. So check that out. But, you know, supporting us monetarily is completely optional. If you don't want to or you can't, you know, a free way to help us out is hit like down below right there. Yeah, that's an easy way to help us out. When you hit the like button or you leave a comment, it helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. So go ahead and do it. It's a free way to help us out. If you're new, if you like our videos, you know, 80% of our viewers are not subscribed. Please subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit the notification bell to also be notified when we upload a new video. I greatly appreciate everyone in the Notif squad. Also, if people want to check out our other videos, go ahead and check it out over here. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.